Hello, darlings, and welcome to Myra Beauty. Today we are making a chai coffee cake, and so let's get started. You're going to start off with your streusel mixture. You're going to need a half a cup of flour, a third a cup of brown sugar, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon and cardamom, a fourth a teaspoon of ginger, a eighth a teaspoon of cloves, a pinch of nutmeg, and you're going to stir that all up until it's well combined. Next, you're going to need a half a cup of butter. Make sure it's cold butter, and with your fingers, you're just going to crumble that up until it turns into, crumbles. Anyway, set that aside. Get you another bowl with 2 cups of flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, baking soda, and salt, 1.5 teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of cardamom and ginger, a half a teaspoon of cloves, a fourth a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and a fourth a teaspoon of nutmeg, and stir that up until it's well combined. Set that aside. Get you another bowl with a half a cup of sour cream and 3/4 a cup of whole milk, and you're just going to whisk that together. And you guessed it, when you're done with that, you're just going to set that aside. Next, you're going to get your mixer and you're going to add in 1 stick of softened butter, 3/4 a cup of brown sugar, and a fourth of a cup of regular sugar, and you're just going to whip that up for about 4 minutes until it's light skinned. Yes, I did say light skinned. Anyway, till it gets to look like that. And then you're going to add in 2 eggs, one at a time. So fully incorporate them one at a time. And then you're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And you're just going to whip this up until it looks whippy. Yeah. And when that's all done, you're going to take your mixture and you're going to add in your flour mixture and you're going to add in your milk mixture back and forth. So add in a little bit of flour, stir it up, and then add in your milk and stir it up and just go back and forth until it's all incorporated. And so once you're done with that, get you a grease pan. I don't know how big this pan is, and you're just going to do 2 layers. So a layer of the batter, and then once you're done spreading that out, this was actually a little too big of a pan, like wide, but anyway, then you're going to put your streusel on top. And actually, I didn't make enough of this. You might need to double the recipe, so I had to thin it out for that layer. Anyway, do another layer of the batter, and then you do another layer of the streusel on top, and you're going to bake this at 350 for 40 minutes, and it's going to come out looking all golden brown. Next, you're going to need to make your glaze, which is a cup of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, think a half a teaspoon of cinnamon and just a pinch of cardamom, and then a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and just stir that up until it's all well combined and glazy like that. And of course, we are just going to drizzle this on top of our coffee cake. You can definitely double this recipe if you would like more glaze. But this is just an end result of what it got me. So I did use all of the glaze on top. We are just going to cut us a piece real quick and we are going to serve it up. As you saw in the beginning of the video, I did pour some tea on top. It was just black tea with milk and a little bit of brown sugar. So we are going to have a chai tea coffee cake. It was so yummy. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Love you. Mwah.